You might think all bike lights are basically the same. Just stick one on your bars and roll. But nope. Some lights are hiding flaws that most riders never notice until it's too late, while others are secretly overpowered, underrated beasts. And a few brands? Yeah. They're selling stuff that has no business being on a bike at all. So, in this video, we're going to show you the 6 worst bike lights to avoid, and then highlight 9 of the best options that'll keep you bright, safe, and actually seen when it matters. Understanding what to avoid is just as important as knowing what to buy. So, at first, let's get into it and see 6 of the worst bike lights you should probably skip. Starting with a light that tries to be versatile but ends up feeling underpowered, the Swift 450. It sits in that awkward middle ground where it's not quite powerful enough for serious night riding, but also a bit pricey for what you're getting. At 450 lumens, this light delivers moderate brightness, which sounds decent until you realize that by today's standards, you can get significantly more light output for similar money. The real problem emerges when you're dealing with high-speed descents or trying to light up a full road width ahead of you. The beam just doesn't reach far enough. Another complaint riders have mentioned is that the battery life can be inconsistent across different riding conditions. The Swift 450 also lacks some of the modern conveniences that other headlights in its price range offer, like advanced mode memory or side visibility features. While it's not terrible, there are far better options available right now, making this light feel like a step backward rather than a solution for serious cyclists. Bike light set. Rolling right into an even dimmer setup, this CATEYE HLEL 160 with OMNI 5 combo leans so heavily on B-scene lighting that it struggles to keep up with modern night riding needs. With only 50 lumens on the front light, you're getting what amounts to a B-scene light, rather than a see-the-road light. This works fine if you're doing short urban commutes with streetlights everywhere, but venture onto a dark country road, and you'll quickly realize the limitations. The major frustration with this set is that riders who upgrade from such a low output light often wonder why they waited so long. The front light also takes AA batteries, meaning you'll need to keep spares on hand and deal with the hassle of battery changes. The OMNI 5 combo rear light is decent and offers good battery life, but pairing it with such an underpowered front light creates an imbalanced system. For the money, you'd be better off going with a more modern, rechargeable system that actually lights up your path with confidence. Next is the Femto bike light from the brand LEZYNE, which is marketed as a lightweight, minimalist light. And while that philosophy sounds appealing, the execution falls flat for anyone who actually needs to see where they're going. At just 50 lumens in its brightest mode, this light is purely designed to make you visible to others, not to illuminate the road. The problem is that many cyclists buying this light expect more than what they get. It's essentially a backup light, or a supplement, not a primary headlight. The compact size is nice for travel, or if you're going for an ultralight bike setup, but most riders will find themselves disappointed with the brightness levels. The light does offer decent battery life thanks to its efficient LED, but brightness is the real limiting factor here. If you're looking for something to make sure people see you, fine. But if you actually need to see the road ahead while riding at night, you'll feel shortchanged pretty quickly. Jumping from tiny to overly complex, the MJ900S from Magicshine. Here's the thing about this MJ900S model. The specs look amazing on paper with 1500 lumens and an affordable price tag, but riders consistently report build quality concerns that undermine its value. The external battery pack is the main culprit. It's bulky, it catches wind, and it's another thing you have to worry about removing from your bike when you lock it up. Yes, you get serious light output, but is it worth the hassle and the anxiety about leaving expensive equipment on your bike? Another issue riders mention is that the mounting system feels less refined than competing lights, particularly the handlebar mount that requires an Allen wrench for adjustments. The cable connecting the light to the battery pack also feels prone to damage with regular use. While the brightness itself is impressive, the overall package feels like it's cutting corners in the wrong places. For a light that costs this much, you'd expect a more polished, integrated design. The YUERWOVER lights represent that frustrating category of budget products that seem perfect until you actually use them. These lights often appear on Amazon with impressive sounding specs and great reviews, but many of those reviews come from people who haven't actually ridden with them in real conditions. The main issue is inconsistent quality and performance. Riders report that some units work fine while others fail within weeks. The light output is also underwhelming, and the build quality feels cheap. The mount is loose and wobbles, which is annoying both for performance and safety. Charging times are longer than advertised, and the battery degradation is noticeably faster than with established brands. The waterproofing claims also don't hold up well once you actually ride in rain. While saving money is tempting, buying lights that don't work properly defeats the entire purpose of having them on your bike. It's a false economy that ends up costing you more in the long run. The next one sounds amazing in theory. So we're talking about the JINKEY bike turn signals that make you look like you're riding a motorized vehicle. But the reality is that these serve a very niche purpose and don't actually function as primary bike lights. The brightness is mediocre at best, and the turn signal functionality relies on a wireless remote that can be finicky. The main problem is that these are designed as a style accessory more than a safety tool. Most riders who use bikes already have proper front and rear lights, so adding turn signals seems redundant unless you're specifically into that aesthetic. The battery life isn't great, the build quality is questionable, and the wireless connection can drop. If you already have solid primary lighting covered and genuinely want turn signals for an e-bike or want that motorcycle-style look, maybe this works. But for actual safety and visibility, these just don't cut it as a primary solution. Okay, now that we've survived the dumpster fire section, let's switch gears and check out the 9 best bike lights that are actually worth your money. When bar clutter becomes a whole personality trait, the FR160 fixes it by sliding right under your bike computer like it was meant to be there. At 160 lumens with a wraparound LED design, this light punches way above its weight in terms of visibility during daylight hours. The big advantage is that you're not adding extra gear to your bars, since it essentially replaces the space your computer already occupies. This is perfect for riders who want a clean bar setup without clutter. The light offers multiple flash modes specifically tuned for daytime visibility, and the design ensures you get wraparound illumination that catches people's attention from the side too. It's lightweight, uses USB-C charging, and has solid battery life ranging from 2.5 to 24.5 hours, depending on your mode selection. The real magic here is the eye-catching warning flash pattern that's specifically designed to stand out in bright daylight. And when you want one tiny light to do basically everything, the Firefly Mini steps in. It represents the future of smart bike lighting with its app-controlled multicolor LED design. It equips a punch with powerful LED beams and lets you adjust the modes and brightness to match your adventure. Plus, you can pair with the Lumos app and tailor your lighting experience as per your preference. Choose from steady light, fast or slow flashes, and adjust the brightness to handle any environment you encounter. It's perfect for extended runs, bike rides, night walks, and pet outings. And you can just clip on the running light and dive into your workout. Whether you're sprinting or strolling, this light stays put, no matter how wild your moves. At under $40 per individual light, and up to $140 for a 4-light set, you're getting versatility and smart features that older generation lights just can't match. For years, radar taillights were a luxury only professionals could afford, but the Ravemen NT201 changed that thing completely. At just under $100, you're getting a radar sensor that detects vehicles up to 140 meters away, an 80 lumen taillight, and automatic brake detection all in one compact unit. The radar pairs seamlessly with compatible Garmin, Wahoo, and Hammerhead bike computers, giving you real-time alerts when cars are approaching from behind. The light features side visibility cutouts that ensure you're visible even when someone's coming at an angle, which is such a practical detail that more manufacturers should copy. Battery life stretches up to 23 hours in slow flash mode, and USB-C charging makes topping it up convenient. The brake sensor automatically switches the light to a brighter mode when it detects deceleration, which is a smart safety feature. What really sets the NT201 apart is how accessible it makes radar technology for average riders who can't justify spending more on a Garmin Varia. Still, if the real issue is being absolutely impossible to miss, the Seemee300 hits that see me or else level of rear illumination. With 300 lumens of maximum output, this light achieves something remarkable. It's bright enough for daytime visibility, while still being useful at night. The design features two main focused LEDs, a downward-facing opti-tracing LED that projects a 360-degree red warning light, and a LED ring for wraparound visibility. What makes this light genuinely clever is the combination of different LED types working together. You get a powerful centered beam, side visibility, and ground illumination, all contributing to an unmissable presence on the road. The aluminum housing feels premium, and the USB-C charging is standard. Modes include low, high, flash, eco, and smart modes that automatically adjust based on ambient light conditions. Overall, you're getting professional-grade brightness and smart features that would cost twice as much just a few years ago. And when you want radar that's as sharp as the big brands, without the big brand tax, the Gardia R300L quietly steals the show. This light detects vehicles up to 190 meters away with a 40-degree detection spread, and it works with any brand of bike computer. Garmin, Wahoo, Hammerhead, and Stages all play nicely with it. The brightness is genuinely impressive, with 73 lumens in day flash mode, which actually outperforms the more expensive Garmin Varia in some situations. The construction feels solid and premium with an aluminum housing that looks like it'll last years of abuse. What's really smart about the R300L is the external battery indicator light that glows amber or red depending on charge level. No more guessing if you have enough juice for tonight's ride. The brake detection adds an extra layer of safety by illuminating solid red when you slow down. And the USB-C charging port is fast and convenient. This deserves serious consideration for anyone commuting or riding regularly in traffic. Of course, none of that matters if you can't see the road ahead, which is where the Metro 1200 steps up with dependable, uncomplicated brightness. With 1200 lumens of maximum output and 9 different light modes, this light covers every scenario you might encounter. The real genius is the 24/7 safety technology that offers modes specifically tuned for night riding and different daytime conditions. The day lightning mode uses a lightning-like flash pattern that makes you incredibly visible in the brightest sunlight, while the steady pulse mode is perfect for nighttime alerting without the harsh strobe effect. The enhanced cycling optics create an extra-wide beam that lets you see both down the road and to the sides, which is crucial for handling technical terrain or navigating city streets. The internal battery lasts up to 65 hours in the lowest mode, and USB charging is built in. The side illumination ports add extra visibility without adding complexity. Cygolite has been making lights for decades, and this shows the industrial design is solid, the UI is intuitive, and everything just works reliably. But if you just want a no-fuss front light that nails the basics every single ride, the Swift 500 keeps things simple and solid. At 500 lumens with 5 straightforward modes, this light gives you everything a commuter or recreational rider actually needs. The design is compact and lightweight, so mounting it on your bars feels natural without adding noticeable bulk. 5 modes handle different situations. Walk mode for parking lots, low for neighborhood riding, medium for mixed light conditions, high for full brightness, and flash for maximum visibility. Run times range from 1.5 hours at full power, so you can match the brightness to your battery expectations. The micro USB charging is convenient, and the waterproofing is rated IP64, which handles most riding conditions without worry. NiteRider has put decades of engineering into getting the beam pattern just right, You get enough side visibility that you don't lose visibility to the sides while still having a focused beam down the road. Next, we keep the Strip Drive Pro from LEZYNE in our list. It's a rear light that makes you genuinely visible without being annoying to motorists behind you. At 400 lumens in day flash mode, this is one of the brightest rear lights available. But what makes it special is the intelligence in how those lumens are delivered. 7 different modes let you adapt the light to whatever you're riding through, from 5 lumen eco mode with 80 hours of battery life to the full 400 lumen daytime flash. The 270-degree visibility is achieved through an open side design that wraps light around the edges of the light, not just pointing it straight back. The beam pattern is thoughtfully engineered, so it's bright but not harsh to people following you. The ladder-style strap mount fits most seat post shapes, and the aluminum heat sink prevents thermal issues even at maximum brightness. And topping everything off, when you want a front light that does it all without compromise, the Blinder 1300 shows up like the final boss of bike lights. With 1300 lumens of maximum output and a beautifully engineered beam pattern, this light combines a powerful central beam for distance with peripheral illumination for safety. The 6 LED design uses 3 narrow beams for distance and 3 wide-angle LEDs for peripheral coverage, creating a 23-degree beam angle that's optimized for actual riding. At full brightness, you're looking at about 2 hours of runtime. The battery is a 5,000 mAh lithium-ion cell that's the same type used in modern electric vehicles, so you know it's quality. Strobe for maximum attention getting, and Eco Flash that runs for a crazy 120 hours. The USB-C charging is fast, the aluminum body feels premium and durable, and the overall design is refined. Alright, that was our list of 6 worst and 9 best bike lights. Hopefully, this helps you make a smarter choice and avoid any surprises with your next ride. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss our tips on safe and reliable e-bikes. Ride safe, and we'll see you in the next video.